right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. We are ready to start my second year of Madden simulations for the NFL playoffs. So no one's watching this live right now, but hopefully someone jumps on here and watches it on YouTube. We are going to be doing simulations for the wild card round. Now, as I'm doing this right now, the Packers and the Lions are currently playing. And let me check the score here because it was 13-9 Lions. And whoever wins, well, actually, the Lions have already been eliminated. But if the Packers win this game, the Seahawks will get the 7th seed. Here, let me check real quick. Oh, Packers are up 16-13 now. They've got about 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Okay. So I got to get up my let's see, where is my sheets? There we go. Okay, new spreadsheet. Okay. Let's see. The first game we're going to do Buffalo and Miami. And we're using the updated rosters. Actually, let's go ahead and make sure. Let's make sure the rosters are updated. Let's see. Let's see. Update rosters. You already did the latest roster update. Okay, so it's as of January. It's as of January 6th. Okay. Let's take a look at the rosters real quick, though, just to. Okay, that's good. I like that, yeah, because Isaiah Pacheco is the Chiefs' #1 running back, even though McKinnon is there. Hardman, Valdez, Scantling. It's Hardman. Hardman's back. He's no longer injured. Kadarius Toney. Good. They have everybody in here. Andrew Wiley is not our right tackle. But whatever. Corners. Yeah. They kind of rate Joshua Williams and Jalen Watson pretty low. I mean, they've played pretty well for rookies this year. They do have Justin Reed as this backup kicker with a 0 kicking rating. That's ridiculous. That's really, really funny. Kick returns Pacheco. Punt returns Toney. Winchester is a long snapper. Okay. Okay, I was just make sure because some of the moves the Chiefs made, like with getting Isaiah Pacheco into the starting rotation and Kadarius Toney, we'll make sure Madden was accounting for that, and it is. So this is correct. Okay. And if the Chiefs are correct, everybody else would be correct. Okay, so let's go ahead and the first matchup here is going to be Buffalo. Hang on, I gotta get my spreadsheet going up here. Buffalo and, excuse me. Oh, not franchise. Ah. Play now. Okay, play now. Yeah, week 10 regular season? No, not really. Let's see, we're going to do... The home team is going to be the Bills. The away team is going to be the Dolphins. Okay, so this is going to be the 2 versus 7 matchup. I'm going to go ahead and I'll control the Dolphins just so I can... Because if I don't control a team, it doesn't matter what I select there. If I don't control a team, then and I have to, I can't do the super sim. Come on, there we go. Super sim. Jump forward. We're gonna do a quarter at a time here. Okay, so all right, so through the first quarter, the Bills are up 12-0. We're gonna do probably 10 simulations each. Let's go ahead and just jump to the end of the game. Okay. I wonder if me selecting those gameplay options had anything to do with... All right, so... $39.13. All right, so let's restart. Here, I wonder. Let me actually quit and restart it. I want to, just in the event that that selecting those gameplay options has some kind of an effect. All right, let's go back to the Bills as the home team. Dolphins. Okay, so their offensive focus, we're going to say throw it medium, and we're going to say defend medium pass. Okay. That's probably a much better thing than defend the inside run and focus on inside run. Okay, so the first game, Buffalo wins 39-13. So this will be the matchup coming up next weekend. It really depends on what Tua's status is. If Tua plays, I think the Dolphins definitely can win. I believe, did the Dolphins win in? No, they almost won in Buffalo. They did beat them in Miami. I know they split this year. All right, so getting close to halftime, and the Bills are up quite a bit here. So this is the 2 versus 7 matchup. Oh, Dolphins coming back. Oh, they made it close, but the Buffalo Bills escaped with a 3-point win. 34-31. Okay. All right, like I said, we're gonna do 10 of these games. So let's go ahead and restart it. Restart the game. Yes. Jump forward to the end of the game. I think in real life, this game, I think the Dolphins, like I said, I think they have a shot if Tua plays. If Tua doesn't play, the Bills are going to win by 3 touchdowns. And even if Tua plays, I still think the Bills are going to win. The Bills are a much better, they're just a better football team than the Dolphins. But sometimes you just never know. Any given Sunday, and Josh Allen has thrown a lot of red zone interceptions this year. He threw another one today against the Patriots, but it didn't matter because the Patriots are awful. Okay, so we have 3 games, and so far the Bills are 3-0 in their simulations. In each one, they've jumped out to a 7-0 lead. This one was a lot closer, but the Bills got 10 points there in the last couple minutes to seal it away. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna. I think the Dolphins will probably get 1 or 2 of these, but I think this is going to be significantly in Buffalo's favor. And again, this is not supposed to predict real life. These Madden simulations. This is just a video game, but it is interesting to kind of see what with updated rosters and we're doing as best we can here. So this is a close game. Nope. All right, so that's the first time the Bills haven't scored more than 30 points. 24-14. All right, so let's go to 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're halfway done with this. Yes, let's restart. Jump forward to the end of the game. And with the Bills obviously dealing with the injury and all those things that happened this past week with Damar Hamlin, they came out and responded well today against the Patriots. They returned the opening kick for a touchdown, and I think they oh wow, this game here was the Bills were down the whole game and they came back and won in the fourth quarter. I was like, oh, this one's going to be the one time that Miami's going to get the win. All right, so 31-27. I still don't think the NFL did the right thing by not playing the Bills and Bengals game. I think they did make the right call in suspending the game that night. I go back and forth. When I say I think they made the right call, I understand why they did it. I didn't have a problem with it. Major League Baseball has a 162 game season, so if you miss a game or if a game gets canceled, it might not be that big of a deal. But when you only play 17 games, every game is just magnified in terms of its importance. And I think the ability to have a result in that game is absolutely paramount. And there were unconfirmed reports that the Bills rejected a couple different options to play the game, which, in my opinion, that should mean that they should forfeit the game. But, it is what it is. But it was a tough week for some of their players, obviously. Lots of emotion. And, we'll see how it carries on to the playoffs. So, I didn't even see the results of this one. So this is what happened with this one here. I was sitting here talking away. Oh, the Bills finally lost a game. Dang it. I'm trying to put these numbers in on my phone here. Okay, we should have 2 more to go. Jump forward to the end of the game. And so far, the Bills have won 7 of the 8. So Miami's up to a big lead here. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is Sometimes they can. Sometimes in Madden they can just get out of hand. This is one of them. You know, I of all the results that could happen in real life, I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if this is one that I actually see happening. Basically the Dolphins going in and blowing out the Bills. The Bills are just too good of a team to let anybody blow them out. But you never know. Any given Sunday, or especially in the playoffs, anything can happen. And okay, so after winning the first 7, the Dolphins came back and won the last 3. This one was 24-13. It's interesting. Okay, so the results. So the Bills scored. Here's the scores that the Bills had, the point totals: 39, 34, 31, 30, 24, 31, 37. And in their final 3 games, 20, 14, and 13. Okay, so let's do. To A11. Okay, so then we need to take, let's see, equals this number divided by 10, and then equals this number divided by 10. Okay, so the Bills won 7 of the 10 on an average of 20, with an average score of 27-24. So, all right, so so how do I see this game going? Do I go ahead and put the Bills on in the second round in real life or in my real predictions? I think I probably will. Well, I'm gonna say probably will. I am definitely going to. I'm not gonna pick the Dolphins to upset them here. So, but it's a lot closer than I thought. I mean, 7 games out of 10. A couple of the other games were pretty close, but a final score of 27. 27.3 to 23.8. So if you round those, it's 27-24. So on average of 3.5 points from when you add the decimal points, it's a 3.5 point margin of victory at home. So yeah, that's interesting. So okay, let's do the next game. The next game will be the Cincinnati. Let's go and do the Bengals. Let's do the Bengals, who they were going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and we'll control the Bengals this time. We're going to do the same thing, throw at medium. And then against the Ravens, excuse me, man, I got the hiccups now. I think contain QB scrambles, that's what they're going to want to do. All this looks good. Hold on, let me get the... Bengals taking on the Ravens. Trying to get my spreadsheet. Okay, here we go. Let's skip this part. Okay, jump forward. End of game. So with all the stuff that happened this week, now a lot of it with the results that happened this weekend, a lot of the extra scenarios are not coming into play, but I really thought the NFL dropped the ball with how they handled the conclusion of, this is what I was talking about earlier when I got sidetracked. I really dropped the ball with the handling of the the Bills and the Cincinnati game. I really think, like I was getting ready to say, the result of the game is very important. And as this game here is 24-21, Ravens get the win. Yeah, but so I really think the result of the game needed to occur, because what happened is you essentially ended up with all these talking heads and all these people talking about how the Chiefs didn't deserve to get the number one seed because they lost to the Bengals and the Bills in the regular season. I was like, well, head-to-head matchup is never the determining factor on who gets the seeding in the playoffs. And it's always based upon who has the best record. And even in a situation where you have an uneven number of games played, the NFL rulebook does stipulate that you still go by win percentage, and that's it. I mean, and they put they put qualifiers in there, so because of the COVID situation that happened 2 years ago, they were anticipating some games potentially could be canceled and not made up. But they went against those rules, and while they have followed part of it, they followed the part of the winning percentage. So the Chiefs, when they won their game on Saturday against the Raiders, they knew that they were the number one seed regardless of what Buffalo did. But Buffalo now does not have to come to Kansas City to play in the AFC Championship game if both teams make it. I think that's an important qualifier there. A lot of people seem to be missing the if both teams make it part of this. So I was very consistent in some of my videos I put on YouTube earlier in the last couple of weeks. I think I've been very consistent with saying that whoever gets that number one seed in the AFC, I do believe is going to go to the Super Bowl. Of course, I said it was going to be Buffalo. Oops, I got the score wrong in the other game. Let's see, it was the Ravens won that one 30-27, and then this one the Bengals got 21, the Ravens got 27. Okay, here we go. All right, so far the Ravens have won all 3 games. And I thought the Bengals really handled the situation with DeMar Hamlin really well. I thought they were the picture of class and grace, and they didn't really deserve the result that happened by not getting a chance. So again, but the league bows down to whatever the Buffalo Bills want to do. I mean, all you have to do is look back in the playoffs last year and look and see what happened with the result of the overtime rules and how the Bills got those rules changed, even though the same thing happened to the Chiefs in 2018, and the Chiefs proposed the same rule change, and everyone told them to sit down and shut up. So I think that's. I'm not going to say it's a conspiracy and that there's some kind of a conspiracy that to get the Bills to the Super Bowl, but the Bills have been the media darlings the whole season long, and it is interesting that there seem to be a lot of weird things that do favor them. Oh, one of my favorite podcasts, Coughlin Corner, is actually starting right now about the Royals. But you know what? We're doing Madden simulations. Okay, so let's jump forward to the end of the game here. I haven't been talking too much about the Ravens and Bengals. So far, we're 5 games in, and the Ravens have won 3 of the 5. Maybe the Madden games like the Ravens a little more in terms of their overall skill talent. I do think this is a game that the Bengals could win and win easily. The problem now is that because we don't have a result in the game against the Bills and Bengals, the the Bengals were leading, and then they had the ball. They were up 7-3, and they had the ball. They had just got a first down when the game ended. We don't know how that game was going to end. So, all right, so the Bengals win this game 31-28. All right, so now we're split 3-3. Okay, while it's doing that, I'm going to... copy both of these formulas over so I can... So right now... All right, so the Ravens win that 30-28. It's pretty close. All right, end of the game. Yeah, it's only a 7 point separating. Oh, this one's gonna skew things a little bit. Oh, they came back and tied it. Oh, wow. Yeah, these are very close games. So far we're through our 8 of them, and the Bengals have scored 217 points, and the Ravens have scored 213. So this is about as even as it gets. And let's see, the Ravens have won 3, 5. They've won 5 of the 8. 5 of the 8, but they've still scored 4 fewer points. It's interesting. So Cincinnati gets this win. What was this? This one looked like a lower scoring game. 22-16. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and restart. Let's do our final simulation. So this will be the last one, and nothing's going to change too much on this. I mean, the numbers are going to be pretty similar to what we have so far through the first 9 from the averages on scores and whatnot. All right, so we're tied. Oh, the Bengals took the lead. Okay, so the Bengals win this one 24. All right, so this series. Okay, so the Bengals. So the Ravens won the first 3. No, we don't want to restart. We want to exit. We're done with this. All right, so the Ravens won the first 3, and then the Bengals won the next 2. So the Ravens were up 3-2, and then the Bengals won. It was 3-3 after 6. And the Ravens were up, so it was Ravens 4-3. Then Ravens 5-3. Bengals won the last 2, 5-5. Okay, so the Bengals and Ravens split the series. What the heck? Play now. What is it doing? Why did it go to the off season? That was strange. Okay, so 5-5. Average score 26-25. Bengals 1 points. And I think with teams that are split the season or split the series from 5-5 like that, I think it's pretty close. And they split the regular season matchup as well, 1-1 in real life. So yeah, that's gonna be something interesting. Okay, so let's do this final one. The Chargers are the away team, and they are going to be facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, so let's control the Jags here, just because we have to control somebody. All right, the Jags' focus is going to be, let's say, throw it medium, and they're going to defend the short pass. They like to do a lot of those dump off stuff to Eckler. And what this is not taking into account are the injuries that the Chargers sustained today in their loss to the Broncos. Okay, so the Jags are the home team. And the Chargers are the away teams. I'm getting my spreadsheet all set up. Oh, another overtime game. What do we have here? Chargers 30-27 over the Jaguars. I'd like to think that the Jaguars will win this game. I will say, facing the Chargers, potentially for the Chiefs, is a team I don't want to play. But look, there's no bad teams left in the playoffs, except maybe I might call the Dolphins a bad team. Well, maybe not a bad team, but the Dolphins definitely don't scare me. So, of the teams that are in the playoffs still, the order I want to see them versus definitely want to play versus don't want to play at all. Dolphins are on the top of the list of want to play. It'd be Dolphins, Jags, Bills. Dolphins, Jags, Bills. Wait a minute, who am I missing? Oh, let's start over. Dolphins, Jags, Ravens, Bills, Chargers, Bengals. I would rather face the Bills than the Chargers. Okay, so the Chargers win this one, 35-33. So these are high-scoring affairs, with the Chargers winning the first two. Okay. Now, how do I see this going in real life? I think the Chargers have a lot of injury concerns, and I do think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win this game this coming weekend. The Chargers, Brandon Staley, he pulled the, I'm a coach, I know more than you card today when talking about, why was he playing guys like Keenan Allen all day? He had 4 active wide receivers on the roster today. And then Mike Williams got hurt again. Okay, so this is a 41-20 walloping. I think Madden's gonna the Chargers are gonna probably win 8 of these 10 games, I would imagine. Madden does have a little bias for the Chargers. Lovie Smith has been fired by the Texans. Okay, it's interesting. Okay, so I was reading the updates there. I wasn't seeing who won this game. What do we got here? Oh, 31-9. Yeah, I don't think the Jaguars are putting up much of a resistance here so far through 4 games. Okay, jump forward. End of game. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, Jacksonville takes the lead. Okay, now they're up. Oh, a safety. Touchdown. All right, and the Chargers pull off another win, 37-27. Okay. Jump forward into the game. I will say that the Jaguars have played a lot better down the stretch. You know, since they lost to the Chiefs. I don't think they did lose one game. I think, or did they win out? No, I think the Chiefs' loss was their 7th of the year, and they only lost one more. I have to go back and look at their schedule to be for sure. Okay, so they put up some points here, but the Chargers still got the best of them. All right, so here we go. Chargers up big already. That was interesting. Wait a second. How did the Chargers get to kick an extra point? Because this. I don't understand that. How did they kick an extra point in overtime? I'm not sure how that happened. They still won the game. Not sure how that happened. That was interesting. Oh, that was closer. I will say I do think this is a little unrealistic here with the Chargers. So they've won their first 8. I mean, I think the Chargers are definitely better than the Jags, but they're not better than them. Like win 8 times in a row. Better. All right, so the Jaguars finally going to win, but that's not going to help them. These numbers overall. Okay, that was the game number 9. All right, let's jump forward. See what happens here in the final simulation. Kind of a low-scoring game here. Yeah. Chargers with the 17-10 win. Okay, so the Chargers won 9 of the 10 games by an average score of 32-24, so 8 points. So that's pretty significant. And this is gonna be a tough game to pick, honestly. So, okay, let's jump over here. Let me check the score here real quick of the Green Bay and Detroit game. Okay, so it's 20-16. Detroit has the ball and the lead with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left, and they're in Green Bay territory. Second and 17 from the Green Bay 31? What? Oh, he just completed it for. So now it's 3rd and 3 from the Green Bay 17. Okay. I'm just looking at the GameCast, what it says here. Okay, so they're going to be the 7th seed, either the Packers or the Seahawks. So let's go ahead and let's pick a different matchup. Let's pick the 2, not the 2 versus 7, because that's going to be the 7. So let's pick the 3 versus 6. So that's going to be Minnesota. The Vikings are going to be the home team. And they're going to be taking on the 6th seed, the New York Giants. All right, so let's control the Vikings. Vikings are going to want to throw it short, and they're going to defend the inside run with Saquon Barkley. Okay, so now the Lions have it 4th and 1 from the Green Bay 15 at the 2-minute warning. Simulation competitive arcade. No, just simulation. Okay. All right, so let's jump forward here to the end of the game. Now, I don't know a ton about the Giants and the Vikings. I know the Vikings are 13 and 4, or 12 and 5. 12 and 5 or 13 and 4. And I know that they have like a negative point differential. Like, they're just so amazing in one-score games. One second here, I gotta send a text message. Okay, so the Lions went for it. Oh my gosh, and they got it. They're gonna win this game. They're gonna knock the Packers out of going to the playoffs. Unbelievable. Yep, end of the game. Lions win 20-16. Oh, that is so hilarious. Okay, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and let's see. We want to do. I'm sorry, I wasn't even paying attention to this game here. The home team is the Vikings, and Giants, and so the Vikings win 20-17. Okay. And I do think that this is actually probably a better matchup for the Vikings. I think the Vikings will beat the Giants in real life. And then as the 3 seed, it depends on what happens. Let's see, the 2 seed is the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers, they're one of the hottest teams in football right now. They should take care of the Seahawks. They've taken care of them. I think they swept them this year. But yeah, they should take care of business there. So it would be the Vikings and the 49ers in the second round. Okay, so the Giants get a win here. I'm just not a big believer in Daniel Jones. Especially when it comes to the playoff time, I'm all about the quarterback, and you need a great quarterback to win in the postseason unless you have just an out of this world defense, and that's just not the way the game is played anymore. So there's no more 2000 Baltimore Ravens or 2002 Tampa Bay Bucks anymore. You need a quarterback that can win the game. So, and if push comes to shove, is Daniel Jones that guy? I don't know if he is or not. So, I know he had a decent season this year. And I say decent, I mean he wasn't fantastic, but I mean he was better than I thought he was going to be. I'll just put it that way, which isn't saying a whole lot. Okay, so the Giants did manage to win there, so they won 2 of the first 3 here against the Vikings. I'm not a big believer in the Vikings, though. I mean, I do think they can win this game in real life, but some people will say, well, you are what your record says you are, and I'm like, the Vikings they've gotten really lucky, and Kirk Cousins is not a great quarterback, and he's managed to kind of survive on guile, this whole season. So it looks like the Vikings pull this one out 33-27. So they're tied at 2 games each that they've won here. It's kind of a high-scoring game for these 2 teams. Now, as soon as I said that, they stopped scoring in the third quarter. Oh, what happened there? I thought it looked like he tied it. Did they go for 2? Oh, no, they had 28. They were down 34-28. Okay. Okay, so Giants win. I will say, this is not something that I think that will happen. A 35-34 win, or just a 35-34 game in general with these 2 teams. It's just, I think the first team to 24 wins this game in real life. I mean, Justin Jefferson is probably going to be the offensive player of the year. Definitely deserves it. Yeah, but these 2 teams, for the most part, are, especially the Giants. The Giants are one-dimensional. I mean, they've got they have a good offensive line, and they've got one of the better running backs in football. But it's just not how you win consistently in the NFL in 2023. As the Vikings win this one 38-34. The last 2 games have been barn burners. And even the one before that was 33-27. So, average of 30 points per team in that game. 2 points. Another safety. We've seen 2 safeties so far. But they're back to 24? How did they get to this? Oh, he got a 2-point conversion there. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so 27-17. All right, hang on one second here. Let's copy of that. Okay. So we have 3 more games to go here with the Giants and the Vikings. And forward to the other game. These have been very competitive, much more competitive than I thought they would be. I do think the AI on these simulations is gets a little wonky. Does things that sometimes you wouldn't see in real life. All right, Vikings won another close one. Okay, yeah, we have 2 left to do. We've done 8 so far. And so far, let's see, the Giants 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 3-5. So the Vikings have won 5. The Giants have won 3. All right, so now it's 5-4 in favor of the Vikings after the Giants' 34-26 win. And we have 1 game left to do here in this one. All right. While that's doing that, I'm going to get the formulas copied over. For the next 2 games. All right, so the Vikings won the final one, 38-28. Okay, so the Vikings won. Oops, I put this one on wrong. This is actually, I'm sorry. The last game before that was 34-26 in favor of the Giants, not the Vikings. Okay. All right, so the Vikings won 6 of the 10. Average score 29.5 to 26, so 30-27. So again, another close matchup. All right, so we're going to go back and do the second play, 2 versus 7. So this is the 49ers. What is wrong with my... Here we go. Okay, sorry. 49ers are playing the Seahawks. Okay, so the home team is the 49ers. Seahawks should be just a couple down. Here we go. We'll control the Seahawks. What are they going to do? They're going to throw it short. They're going to want to defend against the medium pass. Now, I think the 49ers are one of the most talented teams in football. And if the Chiefs make the playoff or make the Super Bowl, make the playoffs. If the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, I really don't want to see the 49ers again. Even though the Chiefs beat the 49ers this year, they beat them pretty handily. This is a team I don't want to play. Geno Smith's got him rolling here. All right, the fighting Brock Purdy's have fought back, though. Oh, they're going to do it. Yep, Seahawks 24-16. And this one here, I don't give the Seahawks a ton of opportunities to win this game. I see this as a fairly simple win for the 49ers, even though in the simulation, the Seahawks won the first one. When we get the other one ready, the other one's gonna be what, the Bucks. And the Cowboys. All right, so the Niners get this win, 35-28. Oh, that's a high-scoring game. 35-28. Okay, so let's restart this one. Since the 49ers have such an amazing diverse cast of players, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You know, I was actually I was a little irritated when they signed Christian McCaffrey the week that the Chiefs played him. But fortunately, he had not played with them at all, so they didn't really have a chance to gel with them. But he's been an amazing signing for them, or a trade that they got from the Panthers. Oh, they went for it and didn't. Oh, they sent it to overtime, but second possession in overtime, and the 49ers get the win, 27-24. Oh, 30-24. They got a touchdown there. Okay. Dang it, I put the scores on the wrong line again. 30, and then they get 24. Okay. No, shoot. Back to custom game. Ah! Okay. Who was I facing? The Seahawks? Here we go. Okay. Good grief. So this is why I just do the restart game, because it makes it so much easier to start from scratch and have to go on through all those menus again. All right, Super Sim, jump forward, end of game. All right, Seattle up early. Niners back tie the game. Seattle up by 3. Niners take the lead. Seattle takes the lead. Niners tie the game at halftime. Seattle back up by a touchdown. Tied up again. Seattle up by a tied again. Seattle, touchdown. Oh! Oh, man. That was just back and forth, back and forth. 44 to 38. Niners up. Now Seattle's up. I do think that the NFC is so much significantly weaker than the AFC. I don't see any NFC team beating anybody from the AFC unless someone like the Jaguars go on a roll and end up and then they end up winning getting to the Super Bowl or something. I can see an NFC team beating the Jaguars. All right, 33-27. Or basically any team. I mean, other than the top three teams in the AFC, the Chiefs, Bills, and Bengals, I think the NFC clearly has a disadvantage against those three in the Super Bowl. And I would like to put maybe the Chargers in that category too, but I just don't trust Justin Herbert when the pressure's on. So, and I think the league is going to do whatever they can to make sure the Bills win. They're just the media darlings. They can do no wrong. All right, so we've got 6 games played here so far, and the Seahawks have only managed to win one of the games, and that was the first one. And honestly, I wouldn't have. This is one I actually think that the Seahawks probably going to win 1 or 2. I mean, San Francisco is just so much better team. All right, so the Niners get another win. Eking it out, 26-24. There you go. Pushed the wrong button. Oh, shoot. End of the game, that's what I wanted. Care about change of possessions. So the big talk around the NFL now, though, is who's going to be the MVP of the league. And I think it's a foregone conclusion. I think Patrick Mahomes is the clear-cut MVP, unanimous MVP. Even though this year they're not going to do anonymous ratings, or anonymous, I'm sorry, not anonymous. What am I talking about? They're not going to do just one person has one vote. This time they're going to get to vote for 5. 5 players. Kind of like how baseball does it. And I think that's a better way to go. I think that's a better way to go around it. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the end of the game. I mean, I don't think Joe Burrow or Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts have any chance to dethrone Patrick Mahomes from this year. So, high scoring game here. Nice, so Seattle pulls it out 41-38. That's not a score I would predict. for the Hawks. All right, one game left here. Jump forward into the game. Yeah, 49ers up big here. Oh, well. Seahawks getting closer. It's getting crunch time. Oh, no, they're not going to do it. 31-14, Niners, just so much better. $31-14, and average. The score was a lot closer. Dang it. I put that on the wrong. Huh, okay. I'm sitting there looking at my formulas. Yeah, that looks better. I switched the run before that. Why do we keep doing that? Okay, so the 49ers have won this simulation battle. Average score 31.5 to 25 or 25.7. So yeah, definitely interesting to see that the Seahawks not that great of a team. Okay, so this will be the last one. Yeah, that's right. So we need the Buccaneers, and then they're going to be going up against the Cowboys. They're going to do throw-up medium. Against Brady, we need to defend the long pass. All right, here we go. Bucks and Cowboys. Fast forward to end of the game. All right, here we go. 10 more simulations to go in our Super Wildcard weekend. All right, so the Cowboys get this first one here, just barely eking out a win, 31-30. All right, I keep looking at my phone, looking at the messages that are coming through about the Packers not making the playoffs now after they won all those games down the stretch to get so close. All right, Dallas with an impressive win here in the second one, 28-10. Okay. Simulation number 3 here for the Cowboys at the Buccaneers. Tie game. Now the Buccaneers take the lead. Yeah, it looks like Tampa's going to pull this one out. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, they did. 28-21. All right, Tampa up big early here in the first half. Oh, that was a killer drive. Just took up so much time off the clock. 33-21. 33-21 Buccaneers. And I just got a tweet sent out about the times for the games. So as soon as we're done doing this, we'll talk about the times of the games. This is simulation number 5. And so far, the Buccaneers and the Cowboys are tied 2-2. All right, so Cowboys get a win here. 41-37. Cowboys with the win. I will say one of the things that I've found really interesting about the NFL this year is the NFC South and how the Tampa Bay has won their division with 8-9. Just an awful division, and they become not the first team with a losing record to host a playoff game, but there hasn't been many. Okay, so Dallas wins this game 34-19. All right, getting close to getting done here. All right, Dallas up. Tampa ties it. I have no idea how much longer Tom Brady can go. The guy is 45 years old. I mean, I'm 43. I'll be 44 here in about 2 months. And he's older than me. And but of course, I'm not in football shape either. But the guy is just a machine. All right, so the Fighting Todd Bowls, they won 23-21. All right. Oh, what did I do? I picked the wrong. There we go. All right, 3. This is the 8th one, and then we have 2 left after this to get to 10. Okay. Cowboys with another win. Convincing win, 34-24. When I say convincing win, anything in the playoffs larger than a 2-score game or more in the playoffs is I consider a convincing win. Yeah, end the game. I had a momentary brain fart there. I was like, wait a second. Yeah, no. I'm not doing it by quarter or possession. That's ridiculous. At least ridiculous in the context that I'm doing all these simulations. high scoring game here. That was the score at halftime, 31-21. Now 31-24. Okay, so Tampa Bay gets the win here at the gun, 37-34. All right, we have one more game to go, and then we'll be done. All right, we're getting close to the end of the game here. Can Dallas come back? No. 28-21, Tampa Bay holds on. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish the game. 28-21. That gives us the Buccaneers average score 27. The Cowboys average score 29. Hold on. Yeah. So the Cowboys 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 5-5, 5-5. Okay, so there's another split here between the Bucs and the Cowboys. 5 wins and 5 losses for each team. So all of these games were really the average scores here. So 49ers and Seahawks. 49ers clearly better than the Seahawks. Chargers, according to this, Chargers big up on the Jags by, 32-24. So, what does this tell us? This doesn't tell us anything. This tells us that it was fun to do all these simulations and see where they play out. I still think, for the playoffs, now it's been set. Let's just run back through it. Let's start with Buffalo and Miami. I do think that the Bills are going to get this win. If Tua plays, it will be a much closer game. I think Miami can pull it out with Tua, but I think the Bills just present too many options, too many problems, and so I have them winning that game 31-21. I'm going to have them winning by 10. Bengals and Ravens. Of course, the simulation here was really close. Average score 23-25. 26-25. And obviously they went 5-5 here in the simulation. And in real life, they went 1-1. But the Bengals are just playing so much better football down the stretch. They're on a big win streak. They probably were on their way to beating Buffalo before Damar Hamlin's injury. So, they honestly should be the 2 seed, but it is what it is. I think the Bengals do take care of business here and win the rubber match of the series. And then Jags-Chargers. I mean, I like what Jacksonville's doing. I did predict them to win the division, albeit I thought they would win it at 7-10, but they managed to get back above 500, win it at 9-8. I think that the way that Jaguars are playing gives them a puncher's chance. But then you have to consider that Los Angeles, they lost a couple players today. Now, the injuries didn't look that significant, that bad, but we'll see what comes out later in this week. Let's see. Here, let's see what the schedule looks like. Actually, they just released it. Okay, so the Jaguars and Chargers are the Saturday night game. So that's going to be tough for the Chargers. They played today. Of course, the Jaguars played yesterday. So the Chargers are going to be on a shorter week, and they got to travel across the country to Jacksonville. So I mean, the simulations show that the Chargers were much better by 8 to 9 points than the Jags. But I really think the Jags are going to get it done. I think the Jaguars are going to win this game by three to 6 points. I think it's going to be less than a touchdown. But I really believe that the Jaguars are the better team than the Chargers right now. On the NFC side, let's start. I know we started the simulations with the 3-6 matchup, but let's go ahead and go back to the 2-7. Let's go to the 49ers and Seahawks. Look, I think the 49ers are just so much better than the Seahawks right now. I see this game actually getting out of hand. I don't see it being that competitive. I don't think Brock Purdy's going to have to do a whole lot in this game. I think the San Francisco defense is just going to really give Geno Smith so many fits. I see the 49ers winning big here. Give me 35-17 over the Seahawks. Giants and Vikings. I know some of the simulations were kind of high scoring. I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I think this is going to be a low scoring slugfest. The Vikings beat the Giants a couple weeks ago on a field goal at the buzzer. I see a similar type game there. I do have some doubts though about Kirk Cousins. This is where I'm going to take my upset. Give me the Giants to get the win here, 19-14. And then Cowboys and the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay gets a home game just because they won an awful division. They went 8-9. The simulations were pretty close. I think the Cowboys are the better team. I think they're going to be more focused than they were last year when they just had that awful game against the 49ers, when the 49ers were clearly the inferior team last year. And then, of course, Prescott making the boneheaded move at the end of the game to not get another snap off with no timeouts left. Dallas, I think, is going to learn from their mistakes. They're going to win this game. So 2 of the 3 home teams on the NFC side are going to go down. So I have the Giants and the Cowboys both moving on, beating the Vikings and the Buccaneers. So that's what I see going on. I'm going to make another video talking more about the individual matchups later on. Do kind of a proper preview for each of the games, and we'll be probably doing that probably on Thursday. I'll probably do that Thursday to have that ready to go by Friday. Heading into the weekend, I'm going to be off on Friday, so I'll be interested to see what some of the other people out on YouTube and on Twitch, what they're saying about the game. So anyway, thanks guys for watching the Madden simulations here. I had a fun time seeing what was going to happen. We'll come back next week with more Madden simulations for the AFC and NFC divisional round, and see what the action has in store for us then. Until then, have a great rest of the day. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to the channel for more content. We're going to have more playoff videos throughout the week, for this week and next week, all the way through Super Bowl 56. Is it 56 this year? I think it's 56. Yeah, it's 56 this year. So, no, 57. It's 57 this year. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Have a great day.